Thanks for joining us and welcome to the MINSTRELS TV show on DoveTv. I'm Kingsley Amaechina and I'll be piloting the affairs of this first segment. Joining us today is an amazing person. But before I introduce him, I'd like to let us in on what we have on the show today. The first segment, which is the artist profile segment that we are on right now. Then we'll have the second segment, which is the discussant segment, to be anchored by Pastor Atoloye. And of course, the mentoring segment with the topic Evidence of Faith with Pastor Atoloye and Adewale. And seated right here in the studio is a prolific video director, an author, a TV producer, a culture activist. You might be guessing who. I have AKIN ALABI in the studio. You're welcome, sir.
How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I hope it wasn't hard getting here.
I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Wow.
I wanted to be a video director. I wanted to be in the creative industry. That was the hard part for me. That was the hard part for me. Getting them to accept who I was and what my destiny really is. That was the hardest part for me. And it was a battle. It was a battle because I was the only son, and they had like a career path they wanted me to follow.
Yeah.
And I was going towards another direction.
Yeah.
So it was a tough choice for me.
And how were you able to conquer? How were you able to conquer to becoming this?
It was a tough choice. I literally had to almost leave the house.
Wow.
To make that choice.
Wow.
Not leave the house and just go and be staying on the street. Not that. Yeah. But I literally almost had to leave all advantages I could get from maybe my parents and hit the road alone and say, is that I make it? Is that I not die trying, but I have to just make it in this line. I can't fail because I can't go back. So I have to just, hit the road and say, I have to make it in this journey. I've made up my mind to go on. There's no way I can. I don't have option. Failure is not an option.
Wow, thank you very much. And in doing that, so now that you are what you are, with your name, everywhere, and all, what's their response? What's their response to what you are right now?
Well, of course, they've seen the positive impact that my decision made many years ago.
Yeah.
So. Well, the response is of course good because suddenly after a while they started hearing people calling them and saying, oh, you're saying what your son is doing, this and that.
Wow.
And over the years it has evolved from one thing to another. So it's not just like maybe music videos alone. It has evolved from music video to creating content on culture and different stuff. So which is also having an impact in society. So it's something they are proud of.
Well, thank you for sharing. And of course, for our parents who, long ago, where I studied music, and the battle, our parents would say, no, you're not going to study music, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do
music
that.
Should be an hobby.
Yeah, exactly. But I think parents are now beginning to understand these things, that, not everyone is going to be a doctor. Not everyone is going to be a lawyer, and people do well these days in those fields,
very well.
Like you see the footballers these days, and they play well, and people want their children to be a Ronaldo or a Messi. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Because we do not have time, I want you to just out there. We know there will be people upcoming trying to be like AKIN ALABI, trying to shoot videos that that will meet up with standards and all. I'm sure you have one advice and motivation for them. Please just
well, I think the advice I can give is for my own example is that one of the things that helped me was that I started very early in life. I chose my path very early.
Wow.
And when I discovered who I was and what I knew how to do, what I was gifted in, I chose that path. And I continued to develop myself in it, and I didn't deviate. So my advice would be, choose your path, know what you are gifted in, and develop your skill in it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We wish you had more time to have this discussion. But as you know, we'd love to have you back. We'd love to have you back. Thank you very much. Right now, I'll be signing off, even as we move to the second segment, which is the discussion segment, to be anchored by Pastor Atoloye. Let me say this, that you begin to see this face more often. Thank you, and please don't go anywhere.
Alone, I'm not alone. The greater one lives inside of me. No matter the storms this life may bring, I'm not alone. Say this to yourself right now. I'm not alone. Yeah. I'm not alone. The greater one, he lives in you. So no matter the storms this life may bring, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And when you feel sad or lonely, say these words. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. He's standing by. He's standing by. God is standing by me. He's standing by me. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. God is standing by. He's standing by me. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. He's never far. He's my solid rock.
He's standing by me. Yeah.
He's my healer. He'll never forsake me.
He's standing by me. Oh, da, 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 da.
No matter what you're going through, your favor is my shield.
The favor surrounds me.
So no matter the pain, no matter the hurt,
I feel I'm not alone.
your presence is my ultimate therapy.
I say, I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
My God is standing by.
God is standing.
I feel your love around me.
I'm alone. I'm not alone. God is standing by me. He's standing.
Say it louder now with confidence. When the news is bad, when the times are hard, when your friends are gone and you don't know where to turn, remember, he's your solid rock, your helper, your shield, your shelter, and is always standing by.
The Lord is standing by me. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lord. Yeah.
And not alone. No way. He's around me.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not
He surrounds me when I'm losing the game.
Ọlọ́run tó dá àwọn òkè ìgbàanì, ẹ̀yin ni mo fi ọpẹ́ mi fún. Ọlọ́run tó dá àwọn òkè ìgbàanì, ẹ̀yin ni mo fi ọpẹ́ mi fún. Ta ni wọ́n tún gbéga o? Bí kò ṣe bàbá lókè, ta ni wọ́n tún fi gbogbo ọpẹ́ mi fún? Ọlọ́run
All right, thank you for joining us. This is the discussion segment where you can call in, and then we have our guests still seated. I have with me the renowned, award-winning AKIN ALABI. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about the bit of confusion concerning the time. I want to quickly go into our discussion segment. We're looking at the topic, influences that strengthen our character. Yeah, I wrote something down here. With the rise of fake news, fake audios, fake videos, we are teetering on the edge of reality, and that is potentially dangerous. Yeah, I asked a question. I said, what defined your purpose for what you are doing? Why are you into what you're doing?
Well, one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing is to show the world that you can create content that will be edifying, that will be creative, that will still be entertaining.
Wow.
You know, that's like a three, what they call it in the Bible, threefold, they cannot be shaking, cannot fall. So that's it's like tripod. Yeah. It's tripod has 3 legs, and that's what keeps it grounded. So content that is edifying, that is creative, that is entertaining, you know, because you have your body, soul, and spirit. So what we cater for the body is different from what we cater to the soul. And what we cater for the soul is different from what we cater to the spirit. So you need something that will cater to the 3 different parts of an human being. All right. So my goal is to create content that will go across those 3 different levels.
Wow, that's awesome. That's fulfilling the scripture.
Yep.
Wealth, health, and our soul.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, talking about influences that strengthens our character, we know that one of our greatest influence for whatever we're doing is both our parents, either spiritual parents or biological parents. And you said something, you said getting your parents to accept this. Yeah. And now that they are seeing what you are doing, can they truly say you are positively influencing or negatively influencing?
Well, they know what they put into me.
Okay.
You know, they know what they sowed into me.
Okay.
Because it's also what they fed me.
Okay.
That I'm processing and also feeding the world. You know, so it's a foundation that I was given. I'm also building on. And I'm also building on. So I have a very godly foundation, and that is what also I'm trying to project in whatever I do. I try to project it in whatever I do in a way that the young generation can relate with.
Now, talking about the young generation, to this generation, what they meet is what they think is the norm. Your video they are saying is what they think is the norm. Yeah. And some of the songs that we see produced now, secular songs, some of them don't know better than those songs. Yeah. And they felt, wow, this is great. What are you doing? How are you doing? Because I can't even...
That's a very good question.
Yes.
Because you just hit the spot that I'm currently on.
All right.
That's my spot.
Okay.
You know, the new generation, the young generation, what they are facing is different from what we faced growing up.
That's right.
They have so many options now. They live in a visually driven world. When we were growing up, we started watching television maybe by 5 p.m.
That's right.
Till 12 p.m. But this generation have videos to watch virtually 24 hours. And it is what they see that they believe. They don't know what goes on behind the scene. So personally for me, as I said, that one of my goals is to create content that is entertaining, because that entertainment is a very important factor when it comes to content that young people consume.
That's right.
So if you are able to blend the entertainment factor with the edifying factor, with the godly factor, and with the creative factor, and merge them together, you'll be able to reach the youth, and you'll be able to reach the young one, and show them that, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be.
Wow.
So you must understand the language of the youth and know how to reach them. You know, in our own time, you could do a content for 1 hour, and you won't have any choice than to watch, because we didn't have options. You only have maybe NTA channel 2, channel 5, and channel 7. So you can stay with the program that is 1 hour and we watch it. But now when you have varieties of content, something that is too long, they switch off.
Okay, that's a beautiful contribution. But at our present age, can we say that cinematographers like you, are we meeting up to that responsibility?
We are missing out, but they say the harvest is right. The field is large.
Well, yeah. Okay.
But the workers are few.
That's right.
The workers are few. The workers are few. The support is not strong enough because the kind of support the secular world or the secular industry gets in creating their own content is quite massive. The rate at which they create content is high compared to the rate at which someone with maybe a godly idea will create a content. The rate is slower.
What does it differ? What makes one thicker than that? Funds.
Yeah, funds.
And what will you suggest?
Access to funds. Okay. Access to funds. Access to funds. Access to funds. I don't think shows or contents that are edifying get enough financial support to be able to run. They don't.
Okay, I'll take you on that, but let me just encourage our viewers. This is a talk show that you can also contribute to. We're looking at the topic once again: influences that strengthens our character. And we have in the house a great cinematographer, award-winning video producer in the person of AKIN ALABI. You're welcome once again. All right, you said something about fund.
Yeah.
Fund. I remember I called you and I said, by the grace of God, we just did a video. We just did an audio, and we need to have the video. And you are the top man that we're looking at. And you said, this is the price. And if it is not that price, we can't talk. Is this encouraging? Because we know that, like you said, the secular artists, they have supports and they have the reason why they are doing what they are doing. We also have the reason why we're doing what we are doing, but we don't have the fund flow like they do. Because somebody wants to promote his beer and he knows that if he can use this artist, he will get people to buy that beer. But we are not promoting beer here. We are promoting righteousness and all that. And there is nobody saying, okay, this artist, we want him to preach righteousness. This is 1 million release. Now, coming from where you're coming from and knowing that this is the reason what you stand for, why is it difficult for gospel artists to be able to reach you and say, help me because I have a God vision for this video and I need you to help me, translate the vision?
It's not difficult for anyone to reach me.
So why?
I'm reachable. You reached me.
I reached you.
And you reached me within less than 24 hours.
Me off.
I didn't put you off. I told you the reality.
What's the reality?
I told you the reality. And really, I had to get to a point. I've helped lots of people in the entertainment industry. I've helped a lot of artists, but it gets to a point that you look at, okay, you also have to consider the quality of the content you're trying to create.
Okay.
You have to consider your image.
Right.
And when someone comes and says, oh, this is the amount I have, I know that amount cannot execute the kind of standard that you want to create. So also that will be competitive. Then you might be forced to say no.
Okay.
You might be forced to say no. So it's a tough decision to make.
It is.
Because you want to help, but you can't also help. That help will not be effective at the end of the day if the funds are not right.
So just what we can do to be able to meet ourselves in the middle. A win-win thing. What do you think? I'm talking for myself now, please.
No, you can't talk about yourself now. You cannot, but as I said before that, funding is a big issue. I'll give an example.
Yes.
I have a program that I run on African Magic, DoveTv, and some other channels. It's called My Nigerian Proverb.
Okay.
And it's been on probably for maybe 5 years.
Right.
And it's basically on Nigerian proverbs. It's an animation program that just comes in as fillers. And we try to introduce different proverbs that teaches right characters to the society. Right. And it runs every day. It shows every day. After every movie is played, they play it. So it's quite popular, but I don't get paid for it.
Really?
The people the stations that pay me for it are maybe just one out of several. So if it was for the money issue, if it was for profit issue, I would have stopped it. But even as at that, the rate at which I should have created more content is slowed down because I only create with my own funds. But I could do more. But I can't do more because I'm limited to what I can make with my own limited funds. So if I had access to more funds, I would have created more, and the society will get to see more of that kind of edifying content.
Now, this is very deep. We all know that the depth of what we put out there, the depth of the videos and the content we put out there has a lot of effect on
reception.
Yes, on society, our children and all. And what can we do to let financiers, sponsors, companies, corporate organizations realize that we need to begin to preach morals. We need to begin to do the right thing. And
I have your answer.
Yeah. Okay.
You cannot do anything to convince the brands or companies to support you.
I have a caller, so I'll hold you there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling, Adeola Adedoyin, calling from Lagos. Can we have your contribution? Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. God bless you.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful show. I'm always blessed.
Right. Thank you.
When I watch it.
Go ahead, doctor. We can hear you.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. I'm so glad to be able to see ALABI.
Okay.
Because I've also tried to approach him sometime, and it was the cost that I had to.
It was a cost.
For some time.
Let's tell him now.
But, I'm just looking at the issue that I think maybe we need churches to support us. We need churches to support us. I think our fathers in the Lord, our mothers in the Lord, that are the heads of churches, there should be a budget for drama.
Wow. There
should be a budget for Christian music as well. Yeah. Because there are so many people that really want to do a lot for God, but the issue of finances is a stumbling block. So I know Uncle AKIN ALABI wants to help us, and we also want to do our best with our gift, but we need the funds. Maybe if our fathers in the Lord and our mothers in the Lord can support us a bit more.
Well said, Dr. Adeola. We really appreciate your call. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to answer this first, or you want to continue with
this? It's the same.
So go ahead.
Yeah, it's the same issue.
Yeah.
So I said businesses don't have, they are not obligated to support. Yes, they're not obligated because
religious.
What drives businesses is profits.
Okay.
Whatever gives them profits is where they will go to. And sometimes, or most times, they also try to run away from religious affiliation. Okay. Because if they are seen to support one particular religion, the other customers.
You are speaking for those ones.
Now, so the people or the organization that is obligated to support gospel artists is the church.
Okay.
And Christians.
Okay.
Because gospel artists are representing the church. And they are carrying the message of the church.
So what are you saying, in effect?
So churches, Christians are the ones that are supposed to stand and push gospel artists. Not even artists, gospel content, because it's beyond music.
So I should quote you there. That's AKIN ALABI saying churches, you have the duty and the responsibility.
And Christians. No,
okay, we have another caller.
Yeah.
Adeyemi Solomon calling from Lagos. Thank you for calling. We appreciate your call. Please, can we have your contribution, please? Adeyemi Solomon, you are on to Minstrel. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Go ahead with your contribution. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank Director.
Sorry, Adeyemi.
Thank you very much.
All right, I think somebody's appreciating you there.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. God bless you. Okay, so please come again with that.
So I said churches and Christians, or Christian individuals. Like that.
The kind of money you charge, 2 million, 1.5. In fact, the list is 1.5. How many Christians do you think can come up and say, Pastor David, you want to do a video, this is 1.5 million?
How many?
And what is the rationale behind his doing that? If it is not, you want to give us maybe an idea so that they can know why they need to support that.
Because number one,
Yeah.
you both have a common agenda
What is the agenda?
to push
Okay.
God's idea.
Are you
into the
exempting yourself
society.
from that?
No, that's why I also create content.
That's why
I'm
you
a
create
content creator too. I
Okay.
don't just make for others. I also supply content
Okay.
to the public.
Okay.
You know, so I'm part of the system.
So we all have the same agenda to push. We are
Yes,
pushing
we all have the same agenda.
godliness,
Your-
righteousness.
Yes.
And that's why you need to come down for me when I bring my video.
No, but I also have to be able to do something that will also help you when you get out
Yeah.
to be able to compete favorably and also have an edge. Because if you don't do it well,
Right.
it will be lost in the midst of other contents.
Now, sign out with one phrase here now. What do you think we can do to move this forward?
And what we can do to move this forward is to see that we all need to help each other.
We all need to
To
help each other. Wow.
One person is creating,
Wow.
another person
Wow.
might need to
Wow.
help the creator to reach the desired goal.
Glory to God. That's a beautiful one. We are all pursuing the same goal, seeing the kingdom of God established on earth. And ALABI just said it right. We all need to help one another. We want to appreciate you so much for taking time out to come. And you're doing a great work. We want to encourage, really celebrate what you're doing. And we're looking forward to giving you an award this year, the Applause Achievers Award. But that will depend on some things we need to talk about. Don't go, we'll be right back after this segment on the mentoring segment. God bless you.